everyone, welcome back to my channel, Celebrating with Amber. I am behind in getting stuff recorded and posted for you guys here, but I am really excited because today my son is doing his continuation from 8th grade or from middle school into high school. So I wanted to do a little something. I just invited some close family and friends over after his continuation this evening just to have some snacks, and I was going to just do a little tablescape for him. I'm not doing like a full party. He didn't want a full party, and so I wanted just to do a little something special. So let me show you what I'm working with. Then we're going to decorate for it and do all that. So most of it's from Dollar Tree, a couple things from Walmart. I did get the 2029 balloons because they were all out at Dollar Tree, but they were only $1 each at Walmart. So I saved $1. I saved $1. I got the congrats balloon at Dollar Tree. I went with the class dismissed and the well done stuff because he's not graduating per se, he's continuing on. And so I kind of avoided the whole graduation stuff and did class dismissed and well done. So I got this for a tablecloth we're going to just put on this table. I got this big class dismissed sign. My pantry door is behind me, and I'm going to put that up on the pantry door and cover it in some pictures. I have not printed out pictures in forever, it feels like. And so I printed out a bunch from his school years over the years since kindergarten on. He goes to he went to a K-8 school. So he's been at the same school since kindergarten. So I was able to print out a whole bunch of pictures. For my favorite ones, I got some picture frames. I got the 5x7 for this one that his school did. They did the graduation type pictures. So that's what I'm going to do with the pictures. Put some in picture frames and hang some up on the door. And if I have extra, I'm going to hang them up on the cabinet doors, because I did print out a whole bunch. I got some napkins because we're going to do like finger foods. His continuation is from 6 to 8 at night. And so I invited people over just to have like some snacks. I got some sweets and like a meat and cheese tray and stuff. And so I got the little plates for that as well. I got the little dangly doos. I always hang those up from the chandelier up there or the light fixture. A couple of the little centerpieces. These little picks, I don't know where I'm going to put those, but they were cute. They're the You Did It and Made the Grade. This one does say grad, it's the one thing, but it went with the other stuff. And this one says well done. I obviously got him a card and then some candies. He likes these suckers, so I was going to say no Dum-Dums, just Smarties, because Smarties are popular, and yeah. And these are extreme sour Smarties. Those were new to me. I found those at Dollar Tree. And then I talked about those. So yeah, that's everything that we're going to be kind of working with. So it's not like a ton of decorations. I'm going to hang probably the 2029 up there. I have my ice cream stuff not up there so that I could put that up there. You haven't seen my ice cream decor yet. That'll be coming here soon because I'm also about to decorate for red, white, and blue. But so this is everything we're going to do. I do need to cut some of these pictures because I had to print them in a different size because I took them off my social media. That was for Spirit Day, and it was dress as your favorite book character. My mama heart. So yeah, I have several. I need to pull out my cutter to cut this white part off for it. We have another Spirit Day. This was during COVID. So his teachers came and gave him a little I miss you. This is, oh guys, my mama heart. His first birthday at school in kindergarten. Not his first birthday, but his first school birthday, little get together. This was his second one, I think, in first grade. So, and this was Book It. If you guys remember Book It, he read books and earned a free pizza at Pizza Hut. So just so many memories in here. I had all my fills while I was going through them. This one was a Dash for Cash to make money for the school. This was another Spirit Day. Oh, my mama heart. This was this was just one day I was at school helping as a classroom parent in kindergarten. This was a field trip that I got to chaperone. Okay, so I'm going to get started on decorating before I get all emotional over all the pictures. And I hope you enjoy and hang out with me just while we celebrate my high schooler going from middle school to high school. All right, let's get started. decorated. Let me show you. I didn't do much in the living room. I just did that because I cut the tablecloth to use it as a table runner. I didn't like it just being white in the middle. So first we have the table. So you saw me cut this. I put a black one down. I just did this more of a table runner so it wouldn't be white with it on both sides. I like this better. Here's my picture setup. I did the well done centerpiece and then the no dum-dums because they're lollipops, not dum-dums, just Smarties. And I cut those picks to stick them out of those because there was 4 in each pack. I thought there was 3. And then the pictures that I picked out for the frames. And then I have one card that was given to me already and the card from me for Braxton. I don't know if anyone's bringing anything. It's not expected, but that way those are there. All right, how to show this. So I hung up the class dismissed. It was a lot bigger than I was expecting, like wider, and you can't really make it smaller. So I just taped it to the door and I should be able to still open it if I need to. And I did some of the pictures coming on that, but I did a lot of pictures, like a lot. So I hung them up on my cabinet doors as well as on the fridge. So that way when he's upstairs playing games, right now he's already home from school because they only had a half day, but he has not come down to see any of this. And then that's my water bottle and then the snacks for tonight. I'm going to work on food next. Then those ones. I had a couple extra picks, so I just put them right there in the windowsill because why not? And then here are the plates, napkins, 2 more picks. And then that congrats grad. Again, I was trying to lean away from the grad, but I got the one. And then the balloons went up there. I did congrats on the top and then 2029 because that's when he graduates in 4 years. And then lastly, the dangly doos coming down. So that is my little mini celebration for my high schooler now. Hopefully he gets a kick out of seeing all his pictures. He's a middle schooler though, or a teen, so he gets embarrassed easy, which is also fun too. But that's what that is. I'm gonna work on food now. I don't think I'm gonna bring you along for that, but once I get all the food out later, maybe I'll show all that to you. We'll see how this one ends. But for now, let me thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you haven't hit subscribe already, please do. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel here at Celebrating with Amber. That would be amazing. But we will see kind of how we end off this video, if it's during my little get together, if it's at the continuation. I'm not sure yet, but thanks again. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.